What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video where, guys, today I'm looking through r/ entitled parents. This is going to be a solo video today because Alice is taking a mental break from the internet. Let's get right into this video. Entitled father grounds girlfriend because she started her period at church. Dear Jesus, that sounds like a terrible story already. So this is my third story about my GF's crazy ass father. It's short but pretty screwed up. My GF was at church and started her period during church. She was getting cramps and the wonderful such. GF turns to entitled father and tells him she started her period and asks for her stepmom for feminine supplies. Entitled father got up all on her about why didn't you prepare and why don't you have feminine supplies on her. Oh god. Entitled grandma, well, it came earlier than I expected and I wasn't prepared. Stepmom said she didn't have anything. They put toilet paper up there. They said they weren't going to leave because they were ushering. Jeff said, okay, I'll sit here and bleed. Entitled father got furious and got everyone out to leave. Entitled father proceeded to throw a temper tantrum, eking out his anger on her in her car. He then grounded her for a month and continued to scream and yell at my GF until she started crying. Sorry about the way I wrote this. I was typing what she told me. You see, I don't really find much difference into that. Like, that's just uncalled for, really. Like, honestly, that's just completely uncalled for. Like, that's your daughter, you know. You should be helpful. You should try and help out your daughter instead of, you know, just trying to do what you're doing here, you know. That just makes the most sense to me. All right, let's move on to the next story. Entitled mom tried to hoard Costco toilet paper and gets just desserts. Okay. Great, got a coronavirus story, here we go. Longtime fan of the sub, but was too busy to post until now. Events happened during the height of the crazy toilet paper famine about 2 weeks after Chinese New Year's. My mom, okay, MM, and I were going to get supplies only to find out that the toilet paper section has been picked clean. Not a big deal, we didn't have any helps anyways. We wandered over to the checkpoint when suddenly we spot EM entitled mom and son have two shopping carts absolutely filled with toilet paper, hand pushed in the cart and the other holding her iPhone gossiping away. Okay, this is already getting me triggered off as I work in a grocery store, so I've dealt with entitled people trying to, you know, like, you know, just deal with everything else. Maybe I'll read my own story. Maybe I'll put my own story on here and read it to you guys one day. Who knows? Now, it is important to mention that my mother is usually an anxious, quiet woman living as a Chinese-speaking immigrant in a white American neighborhood. She has gotten even more nervous due to the coronavirus. However, realizing that the woman is also jabbering on the phone in Chinese, her face lights up. My mother, in Chinese, hello miss, I wish you a happy New Year's. It's so nice to see you in our community. I'm sure you didn't get a chance to see, but there's a one toilet paper package per customer. Easy mistake. But let us band together to work hard for our community. We can take care of each other. Entitled mom, not bothering to put down the phone, just basically yells, huh? You talking to me? Mind your own business, bitch. If you're too stupid to take advantage, don't whine. Don't pretend we're friends just because you're too fat to waddle your way over to the toilet paper aisle. Oh god. Entitled mom proceeds to gently shove our cart with hers and cut in front of us in the line. At this point, my mom is flushed with embarrassment and quietly shuffles her into the long checkout line. 45 minutes later, Ian reaches checkout. The overworked clerk just sighs. Yeah, I can probably see where this is going to go. So, you know, I've had my own experiences with this. So, you know, this is going to be pretty fun. Mom, it's 2 per people rule. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to put all of them back and get into the back of the line. What? Says who? There aren't signs anywhere. No one says anything. If you have a rule, tell people. Don't just make it up and cheat your paying customers. The clerk just sighs and begins to take her carts away, much to Ian's squalling. Oh god. He starts waving the customers in line for the scavenge from the pile. My mom shuffles over a bit. She looks Ian dead in the eye and without blinking plucks the shiniest toilet paper roll out of the bunch in a stroke of either pettiness or awkward politeness. My mom says a common Chinese New Year phrase. In Chinese, may peace bring wealth to you. We quickly scuttle away from Ian's wrath with her prized toilet paper. To this day, my mom denies any sort of pettiness sentiment and simply states that she was being polite to a neighbor. Oh, well, that's just sweet. That's just good revenge right there. That's good karma for the entitled mom. I already knew where this was going because, you know, like most places do have a limit rule. Like, I'm pretty sure every place has like a limit rule to whatever the heck is going on. So good job, but good job. You like OP, your mother is just I love that. Like, I love that woman. She's very great, you know. And who knows? Maybe that was actually penance. Maybe it wasn't. But who knows? You know. I mean, we can't really decide on who's right and who is wrong in this situation. So yeah, let's just get to the final story. Entitled mom treats me like I'm an ATM. Backstory: allowed a friend of a friend who was down on her luck into the room with me, and she needed to get away from her abusive ex-father of her son. God. In hindsight, the fact that her boyfriend at the time would not spring for a place for her to move in with him should have been a red flag for me. There's a whole other story regarding both the father and her boyfriends, plural. Wait, what? Boyfriends? Oh god, and the boyfriends. Jesus Christ. Okay. That I won't get into right now. Fast forward a couple of years, stuff happened, lost my job, had to move back home, literally across the country, got rehired. Still kept in contact with her, and since I could afford $100 every couple of months to help her out, wasn't hurting my finances while she was down on her luck. She was back living with her mom on government assistance for a while, so it was infrequent enough that it didn't bother me. But after a while, I was getting tired of her begging me to borrow some cash, realizing that I never did tally the amount, and was shocked to find out it was over $12,000 over 8 years. Holy cow, man! You could have bought you a new house, like. So I basically gave her an ultimatum last year. Essentially, I'm cutting you off at the end of this year, 2019. You have a year to get your act back together. If you do great, you don't need to rely on me anymore. If you still need help, then I'm just throwing money away into a black hole. I thought I was helping by getting you back on your feet, not letting you live off me. Whatever the case, come January 1st, I'm not responding to any requests for money, period. Things were cool for the first half of the year, then the latter half is when things went south. Oh god. First, it was most frequent requests for money, like helping out in an initial deposit for an apartment as her new job isn't paying her yet, or groceries. Okay, critical life stuff I can accept, like she'll need a cell phone plan to handle email and such for job hunting. But then she kept requesting like $500 in a span of 2 weeks in a small chunks of $40 here and $80 there. Okay. Then one time, instead of asking first, she just sent a money request from her bank as if I was an ATM and would just blindly send it along. And if I didn't respond right away, she'd spend my phone even though she knows I'm busy working in meetings or commuting. A portion of it isn't on the subway, so I'd be offline for around 30 minutes. But obviously she can't wait that long. Cue the phrase, we've seen this in the sub before, of a lot of entitled parents. Failure to plan on your part does not constitute an emergency on mine. Then the parent parts. There was an instance like asking to pay for a kid's medication because his dad forgot to pack his for his visitation. Why would I be paying for this? Not my kid. Shouldn't you be asking his dad? No, I'm not giving $80 for a bus ticket for your son to visit you. I know you miss him, but I don't need to critical expense. I'm sorry, but maybe you should try deferring the visit till later when you're are more financially stable. I'm sure your 12-year-old son will understand. Then the kicker. This past Christmas, she had saved enough to buy a Nintendo Switch. Saved enough money to handle surprise expenses and pay back, and not that I expected, but went immediately towards a very expensive gift for her son. The reason that she was contacting me, however, was that her ex-boyfriend, not the one from before, I've lost count of which boyfriend, probably 8 at the point. Oh Jesus, had serious entitlement, anger, and mental issues. Broke into her apartment, stole a bunch of stuff like the Switch, and pawned it. Thankfully, the police were able to get him and believe he's in jail now. However, she's still out at present. But instead of getting a cheaper person like asking around for friends or family to pitch in, she contacts me first and asks for $200 to go towards the present. Obviously, I declined. I think she settled on a gaming keyboard and mouse for him. That's a good example. There we go. Was it the new HyperX? It's the Ally HyperX, orange this one, or was it a Logitech G502? That's why she used the "ruin Christmas" line on me, which got me really pissed off. Her ex ruined it, not me. I don't really owe her anything. She's not entitled to my money. I'm not an ATM at her bank and call. Wait, at her beck or at her... at her beck and call, sure. And it's not like I'd ask for news or anything as compensation. Really, given how I know her family, I'm staying far away from all of them from now on. So far in 2020, she still tried to borrow money, but I've held true and I'm not giving her anything. Also, never having roommates again, especially people with kids. Well, you see, there we go. That's something right there. That's something you just learned yourself. Good job, man. You're doing a great job for yourself. Keep up the great work. If you're making those expenses, you probably got a really pretty stable job right now. So I'm pretty happy for you. Good job, man. You're doing a great job. your life, and yeah, you're playing smart. And also not having roommates, maybe you'll consider the idea later on. Just make sure they don't have kids, really. But you know, like heck, I know with one of my managers lives with her, lives with her best friend. She's got a kid, it works out very well, she's got two of her best friends with her, it's just very great, very well. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this Entitled Parents video. So that's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys of course did enjoy, make sure you guys hit that like button down below, and also make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and click that notification bell so you never miss an upload. I'll be back here next week, because for dang sure I ain't leaving you guys in the darkness for some Reddit bros. Will Alex be back? Who knows? He's taking his mental online stay, I guess. But you know what? We'll just figure it out once we get there. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll of course see you guys next week with a brand new video.